Aloha, my name is Sam Wilhoit at Sammy Dub on all social media platforms, especially Fanbase. Just want to introduce myself. I'm the owner of Remix AI. We are an AI-powered sales and marketing agency based right here in beautiful Hawaii. As you can see, serving amazing clients all across the United States, Canada, and the world. A little bit about myself. I have owned, operated, founded, consulted, advised, bought, and sold dozens of successful small businesses over the past 15 years. And my goal here on these channels is to bring as much of that experience and expertise to you so that you can put it to use as soon as possible to help grow your business. So thank you for joining me here. If you are not following me, please give me a follow, especially if you're a business owner, entrepreneur. We're breaking down everything sales and marketing, AI automation, business ownership. Going to be a lot more content like this. And if you know somebody you think this would be valuable for, please share it, send it their way. Drop me anything in the comments if you got any thoughts, questions. Today what we're doing is filming some long form content. So, tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in business my whole life, 15 plus years in full-time in business. And for the last handful of years, I've been going after my social media, slowly doing more, getting a little bit better. Never have I done real long form video content. So that's what's happening now. That's what's happening today. This is just the beginning, y'all. And I appreciate you for being here. So again, a little bit about my story. I started this business about 7 years ago in 2017. I come from the trades. My father owned a landscaping company here in Hawaii for 30 years. That was my summer job my whole life. And when I graduated from business school in 2009 from the University of Hawaii, go Vulcans, I came back and did that business with my dad full time. So for 7 years, up until 2016, we built that up to sell, which we ultimately did in 2016. My dad retired at that point, and I was able to travel for a couple of years. And then I started this business in late 2017. So in that process, of course, there's been a lot of ups and downs. If you're a business owner, you know what I mean. But right now, we are up, family, and all of that 15 going on 20 years of experience has put us in a great position. Right now, we've got an amazing roster of all-star clients that are just growing at an increasingly rapid rate. And these systems that we've built together are just getting better. And we find ourselves at the forefront of this AI tech industry. And so this is all going to be some first mover advantage things that I want to share again as much as possible with you. For the right companies, we are a growing family, and this will help you if you're interested in just learning more and trying to do it yourself. And of course, if you want to just see if it might be a good fit for you and your company to work with us, even just have a conversation, reach out. Would love to do that. So again, comments, DMs, and wherever you may find those links in bios, which we have, of course. So this right here is going to be one of my first forays into long form video content. So again, I hope you like it. Please let me know if you do or if you don't. Each of these topics is going to be kind of a bird's eye view, a little bit general. In further videos, we will dive deep into break down each one of these topics. But for now, I'm going to give you just a little bit more about myself, a little bit more about what we do, and then jump into it. So at Remix, what do we do? We build custom AI sales and appointment setting systems so that companies just like yours can make more money out of the leads you're already generating. The fortune is in the follow-up. This is one of the slogans you're going to hear from me all the time. And a lot of these timeless old sayings. This is timeless business wisdom, something that we all know. But it's these basics and principles that are going to be the foundation of everything that we need to do. In terms of AI and automation, AI cannot fix incompetence. AI cannot fix a bad system or a bad process. We need to use this to accentuate what we are already doing, what we already have, something that works. Again, the fortune is in the follow-up, but most companies are just horrible at it, right? We all know what we're supposed to do, and most of us just don't do it. The drop-off between marketing and sales, right? The follow-up problem is quite possibly, I believe, the biggest problem in business. And that's exactly what we do here. We fix the follow-up problem. For some context, before working with us, most of our clients were seeing anywhere from a 50 to 60, sometimes 80% drop off between marketing and sales. Between acquiring that lead, working that lead, and closing that lead. They're just not worked enough. There's a funny saying that one of my mentors says is, it's marketing's job to generate the leads and it's sales' job to tell marketing that the leads suck. And the truth of the matter is the leads don't suck, your follow-up sucks. And what we need to do is implement the systems so that your follow-up can be great. When we build a custom sales system, it needs to be custom to you and your business and the customized business and process that it is serving. Everybody and every business is different. We need to build this so that it works seamlessly across all channels: text, email, phone calls, voicemails, direct messages over social medias and messengers if you're using those things. All in one, easy to use conversation pane, right? What we really don't want and don't need and kills follow-up and kills conversion is having to manage an email platform and then your phone for your text and your calls. Are your phone calls recorded? I don't know. Did you remember to get back to that email, text, or voicemail? 5 different platforms. DMs, forgetting. Is it all automated? Probably not. So this all needs to come together, right? We say if it's not in Go High Level, if it's not in the system, if it's not in WooSender or whatever, then it didn't happen, right? This is going to skyrocket conversions and sales, again, out of the same leads that you already have. Not only that, it's going to be the ultimate management, recording, process, accountability, transparency, and management of your sales teams, right? There is no more secrets. Did so and so do such and such. And we need to build it to behave the way that a human does. Patiently, politely, and persistently. So that by the time that they're speaking with you, they think that they were speaking with you the whole time. They think they were speaking with a human the whole time. People don't want to talk to robots. Nobody wants to talk to robots, all right? Nobody wants to talk to a robo-dialer. We know this. And to clarify, yes, we're going to break down platforms and how to, but for 90+% of what we're doing, we are not utilizing AI voice, okay? There are a lot of AI voice platforms out there. They work pretty well, some of them now. We do utilize Air AI, if you've seen that one, for certain things, certain instances, certain use cases. But for most people at most times, if you're not doing nearly enterprise level of activity, probably not for you. Anyway, we'll break all of that down. What I'm saying is that the point is to get them on the phone with a person, a human. We're able to do all of this, quite frankly, because we have done this with dozens of companies across many industries, most likely yours. So currently, we focus in high ticket sales. So companies that have a sales process to set appointments to sell either over the phone or in person. So think in the person, we're looking at trades, solar, roofing, landscaping, construction. In person, you're looking at medical, dental, insurance, med spas, financial services, private lenders, mortgage, real estate, and many, many more. Not only high ticket sales, I have touched every part of small business over the last 20 years and have worked with many folks in retail, brick and mortar, e-commerce, even art and music. So I think those industries have some of the biggest upside in order to take advantage of some of these processes, platforms, and actually put some of these sales process principles to work maybe, and all of this human-like interaction beyond just 5-star that e-commerce and t-shirt folks don't necessarily do. Getting that average ticket price up if you're selling $20, $30 average cart sales on t-shirts, for example, up to $100 plus, which, you know, these things can be done. So we're going to be talking about all of it. So again, we're going to be breaking all of this down in their own videos with much more detail, but how to. Let's get started. Systems, principles, and platforms. So systems, we're talking about AI technology, automation technology, and of course the human expertise, knowledge, and service. This is what I call actual intelligence, AI. Artificial intelligence, it's in the name. We are the human intelligence, the natural intelligence. We are the magic that makes this all work. So you need to take that to heart and learn to put AI to use for you and your business. It's all about you being the pilot, All right, AI was created by us. It needs a co-pilot. Learn how to be that co-pilot. You will future-proof your business and yourself and your career. So it's finding the perfect combination of these things, right? Because you need to have human capital and production and something that's working in order to automate it. AI cannot fix incompetence. It cannot fix a bad product or service, and it can't fix stupid, right? People get on these extremes of they want it to do 100% of the work, or they don't like it and they don't want anything, right? It needs to be, what we do is look to get 80, more like 90, 95% of the work to get done through automation and AI, so that the humans can shine where the humans are needed, on the phone, in person, right? Closing, the most highest activity, most highest value activities. One of the secrets here is that most of what we're doing and talking about is going to be automation. So we're going to say about 50 to 60% automation. AI is only going to be touching 20 to 30% of this, and the humans should be doing 10%, but the most valuable 10% of this work. Another thing is, again, not letting the AI do everything, keeping some constraints on the AI, making sure the AI doesn't do certain things. You know, AI can do crazy things, it can hallucinate. We don't want that. We want to keep it human so that they think they're speaking to a human the whole time. People don't like talking to robots. We don't want to give it away. This all means that your human activities and SOPs are just as important or more important than what we're doing in the AI. So let's jump into that. Principles and SOPs, standard operating procedures. Principles are laws that govern no matter who, no matter where, and no matter what the circumstances are. Think the law of gravity. Think the law of polarity. Not strategies, not tactics, right? These work for some people in certain times. It's in the name. A strategy infers that you have a strategic advantage. A principle will work no matter what, no matter who, no matter where, all right? This is what we're going to be focusing on for the most part. One of the biggest, most important principles is first mover advantage. We know that anybody who gets in on an investment or a new platform first experiences the greatest gains. So whoever got on Google Ads or whoever got on Instagram first and early, the early TikTok people, you have much more opportunity to go viral, get more followers, make more money quicker, easier, and cheaper than as time goes on. So that's where we find ourselves here with this AI tech, right? This automation and sales technology. We are at the perfect place, at the forefront, to take advantage of this. So moving first, there are going to be some statistics that we go through here without trying to bore you to death, all right? Speed to lead is super important. Also follow up in quantity and quality. Speed to lead. 50% of prospects go with the vendor that responds first. And that means within the first minute, or at least within the first 5 minutes. If you respond within the first 5 minutes, you're 80% more likely to close a deal. On top of speed to lead, follow-up, right? The statistics show that it takes 8 to 12 touches to close the average high-ticket sale. Yet the average salesperson follows up less than 5 times. 44% of salespeople follow up only 1 time. And only 8% of people follow up 5 times or more. So what does that mean? That means who's following up 8 to 12 times? That 8%? Not the whole 8%, because it just said they're following up 5 times or more. I would hypothesize that it's 1 to 2% or less of salespeople that are following up 8 to 12 times or more. And those are the ones that are winning. This is where we need to get you. And after you look through everything that we're going to talk about here, you're going to see, and it's going to give you more confidence of how attainable it is for you to put yourself and your company in the top 1% of salespeople, in the top 1% of sales organizations, in the top 1% of your industry, now within the next 90 or so days. And lastly, persistent. I say human-like, politely, patiently, and persistently. Most of us are polite, most of us are patient, no one is persistent. We have a fear of persistence. We don't want to bother folks. But we need to get over that. If someone signs up and gives you, say they're interested in your product or services and gives you consent to contact them, they want to hear from you. We're so busy. Don't think you call them once, right? Like the 44% of salespeople, and you're going to get a 1-call close. Never happens. We need to get to them on text, email, phone, and text message is the most effective channel by far. So most people aren't going to check their voicemails, emails, and so We need to hit them on all platforms. And if it's too much, they'll let us know and they'll ask to unsubscribe. But it's your responsibility to give the people what they want, your service or product that you promised them. So it's your responsibility to follow up consistently. Now, again, real quick, if you like what you're seeing here, please give us a follow. Check us out on Fanbase again, at Sammy Dub. We're gonna be on YouTube as well, at Remix. Remix AI, WREMIX.ai. Check us out. We're gonna wrap it up real quick, y'all. Just talk about a few of the platforms we use. Not gonna be able to teach you much about it because this is that first intro video, right? So what do we use? First, I am platform agnostic. Gone through many different platforms over the years, and we work well with others. So we look at and do our best to work with whatever you have in place. Folks who've got their HubSpots, Salesforces, whatever else it may be. We advise 90% of our clients to be in Go High Level. We see it as the best in class. We also use WooSender. We also utilize ChatGPT within Go High Level. Other things like Air AI and your automation platforms like your Zapiers and your Makes. So again, we're not gonna really go into all of that. Please ask more questions if you've got more in the comments. And like I said, we're really gonna dive into that and each one. So I wanna say thank you once again so much for being here in your time. It means the world to me. And again, we're gonna be bringing so much more content to break down each and every one of these sections. I know I wasn't really able to touch on much, but there is so much. We are just scratching the surface. So if you like what you've seen, if you didn't like it, please let me know. But if you do, I please hope you give us a follow on all platforms. Again, Fanbase, YouTube, but come check us out on Fanbase. We're gonna talk a lot more about that. So go find the app in your app store, download it, find me on there. But I'm just really looking forward to bringing you as much value from my 15 years in business ownership and all of the experience and again, expertise that I've gotten from sales, in marketing, in business ownership, operations, different industries like the trades, financial services, real estate, and again, so much more. And I want to bring as much of that to you and build with y'all and network with y'all. I'm also going to do that while bringing you some beautiful scenery here from our beautiful Hawaii. You know, want to just bring you some vibes, brighten up your day. And we're talking a lot about AI and tech, and so I want to do this in a human way, an organic way, the way that I think it should be done. There's so much of this AI and robots flying around that sometimes it can feel like we're just all swimming around in the matrix. So I want to bring it back down to earth, y'all. Get some breath, get some humanity back. Once again, thank you so much for being here. Again, Sam Wilhoit, at Sammy Dub on all platforms, owner of Remix AI, AI-powered sales and marketing agency, at WREMIX.ai. I look forward to building with y'all further here, taking y'all's businesses to newer and greater heights together this year and beyond. Aloha.